What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. Here with Coach Tim Albin of the Ohio Bobcats out of the MAC Conference. Coach is here with you. See him in the background. Coach, good morning to you. How you doing on this good bye week for you guys?
Good morning. Doing just fine on this Friday morning.
Yes, sir. Coach, let me ask about the bye week. Come off a big win this past week against a Bowling Green. This is just more of a week kind of do some self-scouting on yourself and get better or get some guys healthy. How has this bye week been for you guys?
I think all the above. We made our corrections and focused on this week on everything that you said. Really, get some guys some rest with playing the week 0 game. Everything was moved up a week earlier, so I think we took full advantage of it as a program to do those things. Whether it be some maybe a little extra homework, a little work on their bodies a little bit in the cafeteria with some of our young guys. And we put a lot of reps and practice to some of the young guys, and you had a little scrimmage yesterday. So the things that you mentioned, I mentioned, along with some rest this weekend, we should be clicking on all cylinders going into next week.
Coach, good is to hit your bye week at 4-1. It shows your guys the work you put in the spring and in the fall and in the summer really paid off because you came out guns blazing 4-1. Then hit your bye week, you reset now and focus for this last push here, these last 7 games.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it plays out, but we are a over-believing one game at a time outfit. It's kind of what we do, and we are what you said. And we're excited about that. But, the thing for us is to try to keep getting better. We are in league play now. We're in tournament play. And we want to just try to keep improving and seeing where this year's journey goes.
And, Coach, man, and you're not going to go this and playing the game, man, trying to go 1-0 every week. How talk about getting your guys to love the process, love the hard, just love the things that you do that helps get you those W's on Saturdays or Tuesdays when you play those action games.
Yeah, I tell you that's a great question, and I know that's the process piece is the Coach Saban thing. I think it's I believe in that, and you've got to do things in your program to make sure that your team is enjoying the process and not focused on the outcome. Right. I don't want our team focused on a destination, football is what they do. It is not who they are. All right. And so as a staff, we believe in it's about relationships, serving their hearts, not their talents. So the players, they trust us. And so when we ask for a little bit more, we ask to raise the bar, they just seem to find ways to deliver because they trust us and they know that we have their best interest at heart. And I think it shows on the field and off the field.
And Coach Albin, I feel like this is so important what you mentioned, because in today's climate, Coach, of transfer portal, NIL, relationship pieces are really going to be very, very important, because if a guy has a connection to you, they feel like you're just a number to them on your roster. They'll be more likely to bounce on you and stay with you. They really should know that you believe in them and their best interest at heart. You care about the holistic approach to them as a young man on and off the field. But in this climate, they'll keep a guy around more than it would get them to go out the door faster.
Yeah, I think with the portal era, there's more. Typically you got a couple of junior college guys, maybe a transfer guy or two. Now it's just different. I mean, we have 119 guys on our roster currently. 42 of them have been on campus less than 6 months. So I think as a staff, you got to find ways to connect with them, and it's you got to try to be creative, and then find time to do it. And so I think our staff has done a masterful job with that, and all those things that I mentioned are help us on game day, because the guys are playing for each other, and that is huge especially when the game's on the line in a tight game.
You got there right, Coach. And I feel like you build that, like you said, in locker rooms and doing things as team building activities. I really feel like my best things I played on was when we was one, and it was kind of player led as well, where you didn't have to coach the effort, you didn't have to coach the accountability. Guys need to each other accountable. Guys are early to meetings on their own, not have to be told to or be on a certain time to be early for a meeting. So I feel like that's something I see in your team is accountability of the leaders doing it for you. Now you having to coach the effort and coach accountability like some teams do.
Yeah, I'd say that is another great point. I feel like you just made my day pointing that out. I truly believe that we have a player led team, and that's the goal as a staff. We don't have to coach effort. They know outside the facility, the right and wrong. And when you got players holding each other accountable, the coaching staff implements it or gets it started, right? But it comes to life, in those books that you read, it comes to life, from the bottom up, from the roots up, from the players, from the locker room. And we just implement it. They run it, they oversee it. And I think that's what we're trying to build here. And it's exciting time.
No doubt, Coach. Ask you, man, in this business, Coach, you've been to Ohio since 2005. That was, I don't want to date you or me, but that was my sophomore year in college. But you've been there since 2005, man. The head coach the last three years. So talk about being in this business that we both know it's dog eat dog and crazy at one place going on 18, 19 years, man.
Yeah, it's really surreal. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's like Tom Brady playing quarterback. I mean, that's what I feel like. Being here so long, obviously, for that to happen, and there was opportunities for myself. Jimmy Burrow, longtime best friend, was here 16. Dwayne Dixon, receiver coach, been here 17 years. I just think the quality of life. Coach Solich, hey, if you go see your children play volleyball game, get out of here, get your work done. The bus leaves to go play at Eastern Michigan. Go see them on Friday night, and we'll see at the hotel Saturday morning. I mean, that was the kind of environment that we've all had here. And so you can have the family piece and the football piece, and just being at one, this spot. I mean, this is home to me. I mean, my children grew up here. They don't even remember Lincoln, Nebraska. They don't remember Fargo. They just know Athens, and it's not like that everywhere. It's rare, and I'm really just thankful that it's worked out like that way for my family.
100%, Coach. And I feel like that helps you to recruit a young man as well which is our talent in the Midwest to recruit from, as you and I both know, that you've been there this long. You love Athens, Ohio. You love the Ohio Bobcats nation. You love what the university is about. So when you call a young man, you have that credibility. You've been there so long, you can tell a young man how it truly is if you come to Ohio and come here and play for us, what you're going to get into, how you're going to be a better young man for it on and off the field.
Yeah, it does help in the recruiting piece. You know, our number one thing here is our academics and graduation. I mean, we've got 22 guys on our roster right now that already have degrees, and it'll go to close to 30 by mid year. So I just think that, you know, parents, when I talk about that piece of this, and then the longevity of the staff and the continuity, it's a huge selling point. And I know Athens inside and out. I've raised my kids here. I've seen all of our kids on our staff being raised here. They're around the facility. It's a great look, and it's meaningful.
And so talk about this piece too, with where the hours are in the week. Guys can get internships now and really setting ourselves up for after football, because we both know the balls like box sports, all eventually this game of football that we love. But getting them into their whatever degree for this internships, get them connected with people in the Ohio who can help them out. About that piece of it as well, helping young men prepare for their lives after football.
Right. That's kind of it. It's again another good question from behind my desk. You know, we have guys that are going to be in the coaching field. All right, and Coach Solich, myself, done a great job. I mean, our recruiting coordinator, tight ends coach, was a student assistant here, and then we hired him as a grad assistant. Now he's full time. Our special teams coordinator, linebacker coach, was a student here. A student assistant, which student assistants is, you know, work for free, and they're a student, you know. Then we hired him as a grad assistant, and then he was full time. All right, Tremaine Scott, our D line coach, played here, MVP of our bowl game in 2012. All right, is our D line coach, you know, and so we've got guys have been given opportunities in the coaching field that have stayed here and stayed on. That's awesome. And then we have guys that in the business world that have that in the summer. Hey, if you get an opportunity to go to Chicago, which we had a couple players in Chicago doing internships, California, Florida, guys have traveled the United States. Keegan Wilburn, Bryce Houston, been overseas, Europe, doing internships in the summer. We embrace that. We want them to take those opportunities because it's just going to make them. It's going to just help them down the road. And again, like I said, we embrace it, and I'm proud that we have got a great variety of guys on our football team that take advantage of those internships.
100%, coach. And I think that's where I maybe failed at as a student athlete. I didn't have a plan after football. You know, it took me getting cut by the Jaguars to get a plan. You know,
right?
You know, I didn't have one. So that's one thing I wish I did. But thankfully, the radio thing has worked out for me. Thank God for that. But I didn't have a plan for it at all. My degree's not in communication; it's business. So I've been wanting. I tell any young man, don't do what I did. Have a plan, because I didn't have one. I got in this business I am in through happen chance. You know, had knowing the right people. But it was not part of the plan I had.
Right. Well, you're doing very well. That's for sure.
Thank you, Coach. I'm trying my best, man. I'm definitely trying. And Coach, let me ask you this, man, for any parents to listen to this interview and any young man listen to the interview, what are the pillars of your program you look for in a young man, not so much on the field, but off the field, that you have to have his qualities to be a part of in the Ohio Bobcats football program?
Yeah, there's a lot goes into that, but the first thing we tell our guys is there's got to be toughness. The toughness piece that's a Coach Solich thing. The first box check is toughness, and you know you can see it on film, and then we talk to everybody we possibly can. We think the more sports you play, the better. If you just you're just playing football and that's it, that's kind of a red flag to us. We like the multiple sport piece of it, and it doesn't matter what sport it is. And then, it goes without saying, the academic piece. You look at the grade piece, and that's got to be important to them. You talk to the English teacher, you talk to the custodian, you talk to the assistant coach, you talk to the vice principal, anybody you walk by in the hall. And because every day that's your resume. And information is king. But at the end of the day, guys that love the game, because football is the greatest team sport on the planet. I mean, you want to be about you. Go, get on one of those motorcycles or get on a skateboard or go play golf. It's about you and your skateboard. It's about, it's a great team game. And so there's got to be a piece of team and toughness in each and every one of these guys.
No doubt, Coach. Let me ask you this, man. For you personally, at what point in your journey of life did you decide you want to get into coaching and make this your life's goal, your life journey, and your life's path?
Yeah, probably about my second or third year in college. I was a business management major, and I thought, I'm going to own a sporting goods store. And, because I just wanted to be around athletics. And then I was sitting in the locker room one day, and I thought, man, you know what? I'm going to miss the locker room. Because I don't remember really the scores. But I remember the blood and sweat and the guys I did it with. I can remember a lot of the wins, some of the tough losses. I don't remember any of the scores, I promise you. But I damn sure remember who I did it with, and that's the locker room piece. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use my unique background, my upbringing, to try to help and pay it forward. I've been around some great coaches, and I'm on record as saying that I do this for a loving, not a living. And it is very, very rewarding. It's a very, very rewarding profession.
100%, Coach. I feel like the same way as you, man, Coach. I feel like this radio thing keeps me around football still, because I still get to be around, talk to guys like yourself, be around teams, locker rooms, still kind of talk to teams here and there when I get a chance to, because I feel like it's such a great thing to do. Football's given me my whole life, because I can say as a coach, I could not play football and do what I did. I would think I would be out talking today. So I think the game of football has made my life what it is today. And so football is important. Actually, it's definitely a loving, not a living. This is fun to me. Talking about football every day. I don't get tired of it. It's the best thing ever, Coach. You and I both know that.
Yes, sir. Very, very well said. I agree on all accounts.
Well, Coach Albin, thank you for coming on the show today. It was fun to talk to you, man. We'll do this again real soon. And I hope to talk to you during the bowl season and talk to you in bowl preparation. And hope you win. Hope you have a great year, man. I'll be cheering for you guys for sure, Coach.
Thanks a lot. Great. Thanks for having me on. Go Bobcats.
Thanks, Coach. You have a great Friday, man. A great bye weekend, and I hope you enjoy it, man.
Thank you.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.